Hi, and welcome to the West Coast Sports Debacle. My name is Jeremiah Hamilton, and welcome to the show today. So like I said before, my name is Jeremiah, and we're going to be talking sports today, mostly preseason matchups, or the ones that are done so far here on our Sunday edition of this. In the West Coast right now, we got some pretty good teams, the season we're in right now. LA Rams starters didn't even play in the game. Oakland starters played for about one series. And Kansas City, who's going to be the other team we're going to talk mostly about today, actually gave their starting quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, a great deal of time. The Kansas City Chiefs lost 20-27. The LA Rams versus Houston is at 14-14 at halftime when I'm doing this video. And the Raiders won their game 13-6. The only other team I didn't talk about was Seattle, and they happened to lose to Minnesota. But remember, this is a preseason edition of this, so none of these games don't necessarily count at all for the standings. Out of all these teams, what team gave us the most to look at for what you're going to see during the regular season was Kansas City. But it's only because Patrick Mahomes doesn't have a lot of game time under his belt. But I think that might actually backfire for him because their offense really doesn't seem like it has a lot of, any substance to it. It seems a little gimmicky, and it's kind of like they're betting this entire season on the fact that they have a gimmick offense. I'm not too sure about how that's going to play out in the season, but we'll see by the time that regular season rolls around on whether that kid's going to play good. Their defense looked really bad going up against the second team offense of the Chicago Bears. I don't know if that's anything to say coming forward, but Chiefs fans, you're either going to have to hit the panic button on one of these two this season. Which one would it be? Go ahead and write in the comments below and let me know what you guys think about, his performance so far in the preseason, if you want to. Like I said, just write it down in the comments below. And if you haven't by now, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give us a like, please. Please. Alright, so anyways, going back on topic, the Denver-Washington game was a bit of a blowout in the favor of Denver. Denver ended up winning 29-17. Denver did put up 10 points in the beginning of the game, which is kind of good for them, considering the fact that Casey Keenum actually got some playing time in this game, going 12 of 18 for 148 yards in the game. That's pretty good for him, considering the fact he hasn't seen a lot of action so far over there in Denver. So we're going to kind of check out the video from that a little bit later on, and we'll talk about it on the West Coast Sports Debacle with the group later on. Whether it's me and David talking, I don't know yet. Right now it's just me and Zoe talking. Yep, Zoe the cat. And this is the mascot for the West Coast Sports Debacle for right now because, she just happens to be over my shoulder, Dr. Evil style, inside of my house. But anyways, watching the team play, and it's nothing crazy. But if you look at it, they score a touchdown, but I can't even see how they scored a touchdown. Alright, so here we go. Both touchdowns came on rushing touchdowns. Emmanuel Sanders on one run for 27 yards, and then R. Freeman, 5 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown at 1.2. So it wasn't really the offense that really came out with a bang. It was more that they had 5 field goals from McManus and those 2 scores. So not really a huge performance from them, considering the fact that they're playing a Redskins team who didn't play, I guess, and Alex Smith did play, but he was 3 of 8 for 33 yards. Didn't look that great when Hogan went 7 of 9 for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. But then at the same time, if he was playing against the third stringers and he put up those kind of stats in garbage time, you can't really base it off of that either. So there's that. Adrian Peterson got 11 carries for 56 yards in the game, so he's really getting a workout and a good workload for the Redskins in his return. So, Paxton Lynch did play for Denver, and Kelly played pretty decent too, 7-11 for 73 yards. He seems to look better between him and Lynch. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelly is the backup quarterback by the end of preseason. He looked a lot better statistically. He's kind of looked a lot better than Paxton Lynch over the career basis too. Paxton has not looked good. San Francisco's playing against Indianapolis right now, and they're losing 7-6. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to the full games. I'm mostly just giving an update on what I've seen so far around the league, and I'm kind of just giving you guys a little bit of my points here and there. Andrew Luck looked great again, 8 of 10 for 90 yards and a touchdown. Garoppolo looked pretty decent with an 8 of 17 for 118 yards. Alfred Morris looked good, 13 carries for 71 yards in the first half. And Pierre Garçon still shows he's got it with 3 catches for 66 yards. So if you think about it that way, they look pretty good so far. Andrew Luck actually rushed the ball 4 times for 27 yards, and the tight end really had a big impact. Ebron was the touchdown catch for Luck. So if you really look at it right now, those were 2 of the top quarterbacks, but Garoppolo kind of looks a little shaky with that 8 for 17. So San Francisco fans, I'm sorry, but it doesn't look so good for you guys right now, considering the fact that he needs to play his best football for you guys to win games this season. But remember, again, this is preseason. We can't throw into panic mode right now, but it's good to get to see this. We'll preview and cover the Arizona and Los Angeles Chargers games probably on our next West Coast Sports Debacle. Right now, we're still planning on doing the Monday Night Footballs at Hickory Ranch in Yucaipa, California. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. They'll have some giveaways going on for some trivia based off the Trivia Underground League that we have here on the channel. Also, the business itself will be giving on special deals and everything too, but just come on out, have a good time, and maybe you can even see yourself up on the show. You know, you can come on, be a part of the show, and talk some sports with us. We don't mind talking about everything from football, basketball, baseball. Heck, you could probably find someone out there that'll talk golf. Maybe. We don't know. But anyways, like and subscribe everybody, and we'll see you next time on the West Coast Sports Debacle.